Welcome. This is Shelley Netco, life coach, mind and spirit motivator. Today I am excited to talk about one of my favorite subjects, carpe diem, or seizing the day. Now, when most people hear carpe diem, instantly an idea pops into their mind of what this means to them. But that's true with almost most things. Everything is relative to their own history or association with it. I know what carpe diem means to me, having lost some very close and meaningful people in my life. Seize the day means life is too short, and act on things now because who knows if tomorrow will come. And this is so true. I'm sure some of you listening have lost someone or had incidents or accidents or close calls or just something, maybe a sickness or something that has touched your life in some way that has caused you to just stop and think. And what I've seen is that the greater the impact of whatever the situation is, as it happens, the bigger shift in the behavior of how we live our life afterwards. Now, what I love is that many people have taken Seize the Day and turned it into pure urgent action. Some people say, grab the gusto, or go for it, or carpe the hell out of this diem. It's almost like they're in a giant game show and there's a huge clock on the stage and it's going to sound in a blaring alarm if they don't use up every minute in the best way possible. I love that. Just the picture of it and all the frantic running around. It's amazing. Then there's the Disney movie Newsies. One of my favorites. I am totally obsessed with this movie. If you have not seen it, it's a great uplifter, and I fully support anything that uplifts any day. But the Newsies sing their hearts out about seizing the day, as uniting and standing up as an underdog. And as the lyrics go, wrongs will be righted if we're united. Let us seize the day. Oh my gosh, it just gets my blood pumping thinking about it. So yes, seizing the day is about taking action, but it's also more about being mindful and about making the most of each moment. Now, hearing the word mindful makes some people picture yoga or sitting in a quiet room or at a Zen retreat. But it's more about having the awareness that each moment is important and truly being in the moment at the time you're doing something and actually seizing it. So here's a good example of mindfulness in action that actually came up when I was talking with someone recently. Let's say your family's sitting down to watch a movie. After spending, say, 15 minutes navigating Netflix, you feel like you have to put on a black and white striped shirt and maybe pull out a whistle and referee siblings battling over who got to choose the last 8 movies. We all know the joys of seizing those moments. But the good news is eventually everyone settles down and agrees. Everybody's got their snacks and popcorn and chips and sodas and whatever they're drinking, and everyone is comfortable. And then the movie begins. Not even 10 minutes into the show, Dad's phone goes off. He begins to text. Everyone kind of glances at him, but no one says anything, partly because this happens a lot, and partly because, well, he's the dad. So this goes on for a few more minutes. Everyone's laughing throughout the scenes of the movie. Finally, a daring 9-year-old takes the remote and presses pause. The whole room is silent. And he says, "Dad, do you want us to wait for you to finish?" You can hear a pin drop. Again, the whole room is silent. All eyes are on Dad. So this is an example of a 9-year-old boy innocently encouraging Dad to be mindful or seize the movie with the rest of the movie or with the rest of the family. This gentle reminder of, Dad, this evening and time with your family is only happening once. We spent our time choosing a movie to watch together, and here we are, but you are not. That's making a statement that this is important to all of us, so it should be important to Dad. So Dad shouldn't get a rain check on mindfulness just because he's the dad. Or maybe it was Mom. Let's reverse the situation. But moms and dads should be the leaders when it comes to mindfulness and teaching kids how to seize the day. I mean, we would never teach them to be honest and truthful and then turn around and lie to their face every day about everything. And we certainly wouldn't teach them that stealing is wrong and then go rob a bank and have them get in the getaway car with us. I know that's an outrageous example, but when you think about it, why would we go through the motions of teaching and explaining the importance of family time and being mindful and setting guidelines and such, and then at the first opportunity, show what a giant hypocrite we are? As with every lesson in parenting, it's so important to walk the talk. And this is no different. So when we go to the root of carpe diem and seize the day, it was the Roman poet Horace who first introduced the idea way back in 23 BC. I have to tell you, it blows my mind just knowing that people have been trying to grasp and stress the importance of seizing the day for over a couple thousand years. I love the full quote by Horace. It was originally Latin, but translated it reads, "Seize the day, put very little trust in tomorrow." What an amazing lesson. If we could just live by one rule or mantra, shouldn't this be it? You know, I've met a lot of people who don't live their lives seizing the day, and the result is regret. You never get a second chance to be where you were. You can't go back to a moment with someone who is gone. You can't go back to that time with your family and rewatch that movie. And you can't go back to that holiday when everyone was together. As they say, you will only regret the chances you didn't take. Life's too short, so seize the day. And another thing I love is that seizing the day is all-encompassing. It touches on finding joy. I mean, what better way to find joy than seizing your day or grabbing your gusto? It touches on being mindful in each moment, truly being in the moment of what you are doing and really showing up. Don't sleepwalk through your life making everything forgettable because you were so busy multitasking. You had to ask everyone to repeat themselves, making them feel unimportant, or you missed everything that was going on around you because you were staring down, looking at your phone. Make a series of choices in your life that make your hours and days feel full of meaning. That's seizing the day. Fill your life with people who matter. That's seizing the day. Do things that make an impact. Find meaningful work or volunteerism. Find purpose or even become your purpose. That's seizing the day. Don't miss an opportunity to share your love or express it. Tell people how you feel about them. We are all here for our human connections and finding joy in that. And believe me, in one fleeting moment, it can be gone. So just seize it. Often people become connected to the carpe diem concept after the loss of a loved one. Grief has a way of shining a light on how short life really is. And it's what we choose to do with it that determines how joyful our path will become. So I came across this song titled "Seize the Day" by Avenged Sevenfold, and I want to share a bit. I was very moved by the lyrics. They seem so matter-of-fact about living life with unanswered questions about death. So here's just a few lines. Newborn life replacing all of us, changing this fable we live in. No longer needed here, so where do we go? Will you take a journey tonight? Follow me past the walls of death. But what if there is no eternal life? Seize the day or die regretting the time you lost. It's empty and cold without you here. Too many people to ache over. That really touched me to the core. You know, one element of learning to seize the day is pausing to contemplate life and death and what that means for each of us. So keeping in mind that nothing is forever, remember, life is too short, my friends. Until next time, thanks for listening. And remember, God and the universe have your back. and we're all in this together.